Well, good morning guys. So it's been 4 months since I started playing this game. I started on 5th of December last year, I believe. That's when the first video was uploaded. And today I decided to do a little recap of, well, everything I've got in these 4 months, my progress in Honkai Star Rail, and I guess what you could expect as a free-to-play if you played like I did. So first let's go over my characters. There's 47 characters in the game and I've got 32, which it's a solid amount of characters for these 4 months, especially considering the fact that I've got 7 limited 5 stars, and I'm pretty sure I got each and every one that I wanted. The only regret I've got for character is that I had to skip Lucha, but if I pulled him, I wouldn't be able to pull both Jingliu and Aventurine, and wouldn't be able to go for Jingliu's Lightcone now. So yeah, I think it might have paid off, because there will be sustains in the future, and I still have links. I skipped Huohuo too, but I was just starting the game then, and I arrived late to the banner, so yeah, we just weren't destined to be together, I guess. Oh yeah, and Silverwolf missed. But both Silverwolf and Huohuo were kinda at the beginning of the game, so at that point I was still building PT, just starting to collect my wishes and such, getting standard banner characters, because you get a lot of standard banner pulls at the beginning. I've got 7 limited 5 stars, plus Doctor Ratio, but we got him for free. So I've got Aventurine as my sustain. I've got 2 limited 5-star supports, both Sparkle and Runway, and I've got 4 DPSs, Acheron, Jingliu, Danheng, and Blady. You might be seeing a pattern here, huh? Okay guys, please trust me, I know they are all S+ tier except Blady, but I'm not a meta slave. I promise I'm not a meta slave, they just made these characters so shiny and amazing, I had to pull them all. So yeah, I pulled quite some S+ tier characters. Matter of fact, I think it's all characters except Blady that I pulled that are S+ tier in Memory of Chaos. So yeah, I should be set up for MOC 12, right? Well, before looking into that, let's just check some Lightcones that I've got.
Danger.
So, in 4 months of playing the game, I have managed to snipe Clara's Lightcone from Standard Banner and Jeppy's Lightcone from Standard Banner, which is sadly useless to me because my Aventurine needs to debuff, and for that I need Trend of the Universal Market because I run him with my Acheron. So yeah, it's a real shame that Jeppy's Lightcone is going to waste, but it is what it is. As of 4-star Lightcones, I've got S4 Secret Vow, which is not bad for my Blady. And one of the most important 4-star Lightcones, Resolution Shine and Pearls of Sweat. This is standard Peva Lightcone that you want. It's her best options because it applies another debuff, and she can apply it with her basic attack. So yeah, those are the 2 of the most important Lightcones that I've got. Also, I wish I had more. Oh wait, I do. Okay, so I just realized I've got a refinement for Good Night Sleep Well. It's not a refinement, it's superimposition here. So yeah, nice. Again, I don't really have S5 Lightcones in 4 stars, at least not the ones that I need a lot. This is a free-to-play one, so I've got it. My 4-star Lightcone progress is not great because I haven't been really pulling on Lightcone banners. I have only about 50 PT on Lightcone banner, although that will be increasing now as I'm pulling for Jingliu's Lightcone. So yeah, that will probably be my first limited 5-star Lightcone that I'll get. As of my character builds, well, in 4 months I've managed to raise up quite a lot of characters to their max ascension level. Yeah, I think it's just 12 characters, the rest of these are not ascended. The most unused one here is probably Dr. Ratio because I have Danhang, and he's kinda useless now because you don't need imaginary elements, at least in my scenario, and Dr. Ratio is, well, just the downgrade. So yeah, I've got 12 kinda maxed out characters, and their traces, well, mostly look something like this. Aventurine is a story for itself because he doesn't really need any more traces. I think I'm done with this until I level most of my other characters, because he's just too good to need traces. A few of my supports do be looking like this, because, well, they will always stay good. My Runway is definitely the best character I've got, I would argue. My Blady, the one who will give me the achievement once I max out all of his traces. Danhang, got 1 trace more than him, and one trace less than him in this case. My healers and 4-star supports do be looking kinda horrible, but you know, it's fine. My DPS has got them traces, so yeah, it's enough. Now let's take a look into my relic collection. I love it when I open the video of some veteran guy who has like 10 traversing hacker space plus 15 pieces, 4 of these pieces, 15 Pioneer Diver of Dead Waters, and all are to be kept because, you know, they got quite a lot of artifacts. I still compromise with my relics because they are trash. Like, all of these should have speed on them. My DPS has got actually quite fine pieces, you know, this is my Jingliu, and you know, it's not bad. Okay, this has to be changed. I'm just waiting to get ice damage bonus piece to switch to this. My Akron is actually going quite well. This piece will be for Aventurine once I get the better one, and the rest of these are here to stay because they are actually amazing. But my supports do be looking kinda compromised, and that's why my Sparkle is 113 speed instead of 160. No hyper speed Sparkle for me, because getting those speed relics and getting the traces up, it takes a lot of time, and you know, one is a gamble and one is a guaranteed buff, so I think I'll settle for traces first and then start speed tuning. So yeah, now let's go over the 50/50s I have failed. Out of 7 limited characters I have failed 4 50/50s, so the next one will not be a fail, right? Right? So the most recent one, the Jingliu, I failed with Clara, but then I managed to pull Jingliu again, because I had a lot of pulls. Oh, you little abomination who's gonna become meta once the new game mode comes. So yeah, I failed 2 50/50s with Yanqing. One Yanqing I've got from Center Banner, same for Clara. And the first 50/50 I have ever failed was on Silver Wolf Banner. That was with Bailu. Also, one more thing I wanna add, the Bailu 50/50 is the first one and the only one that I actually didn't get the limited 5-star that I wanted on, because once I pulled Bailu I gave up on Silver Wolf because I didn't know how much pull I would have, and I just had bigger priority. I think it was Blade in X banner, and that's why I didn't pull for Silver Wolf. So yeah, on all my other 50/50s, even though I failed, I still managed to pull the limited 5-star. It was quite a disappointment. Like, you're just starting the game, you're pulling for a new 5-star, and oh, here comes the Bailu. I don't think I need to mention that was quite a disappointment, but I've been quite well off with luck actually, because even though I failed some 50/50s, I pulled most of my characters early. Like, I would lose 50/50, sure, but on like 40 pity. And well, this guy, I pulled Yanqing, and I pulled Aventurine 1 or 2 10 pulls after him. So like around pity 10 to 20. So yeah, it was pretty lucky day, I guess, even though I pulled Yanqing. So yeah, even though I'm a free-to-play, I'm a true free-to-play who, you know, I have 471 achievements, and I started putting my achievements in the database, so I know exactly which ones I have solved. And now I'm tracking all my achievements, so I could actually one day have all of them, because, well, 5 stellar jades is 5 stellar jades. And also, if we check the map, most of my map is explored, like check Penacony. I do have some chests missing here because Penacony is just so hard to explore, but like that's 1 out of 27 chests. This is the last region, so like this one's missing 7, but you know, I'm pretty decent. Now, as a free-to-play, how far am I in Memory of Chaos? So as you can see, I've been consistently reaching like stage 9 or stage 10. I'm pretty confident that I actually can beat this one. I haven't tried yet, but like this team on this half, Blady with Jingliu, maybe put Gallagher here because fire weakness. And to beat Sam, well, it shouldn't be a problem with Akron. So yeah, I can beat MOC 10 most of the times. Not so sure about the MOC 11. I have actually tried this and I got close, but it would take like 12 cycles instead of 10, so yeah, not quite there yet. But then at the same time, some of my characters are still not built. For example, my Aventurine could use some trace managing. My Sparkle is very trash with her speed, and also I've been usually running Sparkle on 138, which completely ruined her synergy with my Akron because Micron would be right behind the Sparkle, and then speeding her up would just make no effect at all. Now, even though this is low speed, I think it should be more. You really either need Hyperspeed Sparkle or -1 speed Sparkle. That's usual ways to go for your Sparkle or Bronya. And yeah, my DPSs are still not fully built, like they are close. But if we check their relics, it could definitely be better. I could definitely get their sets. And I'm always missing that one set piece. And I might be close to actually fulfilling that, but like, you gotta get them traces up, man. Because 16% increase in damage plus 8% in attack. That might seem like just one trace, but then again, oh, also plus 13% damage increase in this. That's not like every attack. Now imagine I do that for all of these traces. This one's just level 7. All of these are gonna be quite a big increase. So I don't think it really takes a lot to get to MOC 12 for me. I just need a couple of decent relics, and I could definitely use a week or two of trace leveling. So yeah, MOC 12 is probably being completed pretty soon. Okay, so I had to cut out about 5 minutes of just constant yapping. So to sum it up, I think the reason that my MOC will go so well in quite short time is that I pulled mostly for the meta and specifically for destruction characters. So like, I went for that kinda hyper carry mixes with 2 basic 5-star supports. Got one very good sustain, and for the other sustain I'll probably rely on Gallagher or Lynx. And I've got 4 different types of hypercarry characters, plus Blady and Jingliu can be mixed together, and I didn't really dive into the follow-up attack or DOT teams. I just focused on one type of teams, which I think is very beginner friendly because now I can just use my Acheron set on literally any DPS character in the game that I have, and it's gonna function well because Pioneer Diver of the Dead Waters works on most DPS characters, and Destruction will always stay like at least in the middle line in the new game mode that's coming for the hunt characters in the pure fiction, and in the MOC it's always gonna be the best bet probably. So yeah, just by following Destruction meta, I think I'm gonna start clearing MOC 12s pretty quickly. I've come to a conclusion that free-to-play players' main problem does not come from not having the characters they need, it comes from relics, because nobody gets good relic rolls. And that's why my pure fiction looks like this. So yeah, I've been talking for almost half an hour now, so I think it's time to sum it up. So yeah, in 4 months / 120 days, 130, this is the progress that I have made, and in my eyes this is quite solid, probably because I've struck perfect time to start playing. Like, I've got most of the characters that I will ever want. There's not much of them that I want in the game now, aside from these ones. Maybe I'll want Firefly, because well, she's Firefly. I could really use this Luocha and Bronya. Maybe Scylla too, but not sure about that one. Of course I could use Silverbull, but really it's just like 1, 2, 3 characters, Bronya, Luocha and Silverbull. Maybe another DPS, Scylla for Quantum for example. But yeah, in these 4 months of free-to-play playing, I obtained a lot. I've got everything that I will ever need. I've got quite a lot of great characters, and if I just put a lot of investment into them, max them out, perhaps try to get some good limited Lightcones for them, I will start consistently clearing MOC, and I think that's easily achievable. So in like half a year you can start clearing MOC 12s, I think, but we'll see that in the next month or in 2. And I gotta say, I'm fairly confident about that, especially now that I've got a decent sustain. So yeah, to stay updated on my MOC, check out the second channel, I'll leave it in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and as always, see you tomorrow. Bye!